Hello traders and investors, how are you today my friends? Let's see how the markets are doing right now this Tuesday, right? Today is the first trading day of the week, and as usual I will share with you guys here on my channel my own thoughts, ideas and perspectives for the week. And you guys are already my subscribers, right? So remember to click on the like button because you know that our content is good, right? You know how we work over here, so please my friend, click on the like button to support this channel. And you are not my subscriber, well, I invite you to do so because our content is good, and if you watch this video until the end, I'm sure you're gonna like it. Alright, so thank you very much for your support my friends. Let's see how the indices are doing right now today. Let me see over here, let me see my screen, excuse me for 1 second. Here we see the S&P index, alright? Today we have a red day for the S&P and for the Dow Jones as well, but it seems it is such a green day for the rest of the stocks, right? I mean, the FAANGs are doing very well, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, they're all on green, but somehow the S&P index is dropping. Alright, let's see what's the deal with it. I think that as long as we don't lose this green line over here at 4517 points, I don't see the S&P dropping or doing any decent correction. If it actually loses this green line, okay, we can expect we are going to retest the 21 EMA in the daily chart at least, alright, or even this red line at 4480s over here. Okay, but as long as we keep above this the green line in the 1 hour chart, no decent pullback. And even if we see a pullback, any bullish reaction around the support level will be an opportunity to buy, in my humble opinion. The Nasdaq Index is more bullish, alright, it's much more bullish. I don't know why, but the volume does not work on the Nasdaq and on S&P as well. I don't know why. TradingView is such a good platform, but somehow it simply lacks some tools. Anyway, the Nasdaq Index is frustrating the idea of a head and shoulders chart pattern over here, and right now it feels like it's trying to do a double top pattern, right? It really feels that. Of course, the pattern was not triggered yet, okay, so we can't assume it is a double top pattern yet, but if we lose this point over here, I believe we're going to retest the next support level, which is this point down here. If we actually lose this black line at 15,552 points over here, then alright, we are gonna see a sharper pullback, probably to the EMA in the daily chart, okay? But this is as far as I can go right now. And the Dow Jones Index, it dropped to the trend line, right? We already discussed it, this possibility. It's dropping to the purple trend line over here, and it's already doing a very good reaction in the 1 hour chart at least, right? Of course, maybe it is a dead cat bounce, right? Maybe it is just an idea, but I think that if it does a bullish candlestick pattern over here in the daily chart, it might be a buy sign because the risk reward ratio will make sense, all right? For instance, if it does a bullish candlestick pattern over here, I would just buy the Dow Jones Index, set a stop loss under the previous candle's low and a target to the all-time high. Alright, so it makes sense to me. The risk reward ratio makes sense to me in scenarios like this. Now we see that European indices are having a hard time today. FUTU index is just a mess, it's dropping sharply. CAC, it's moving sideways, just like the DAX index also moving sideways. It feels like it is a peanut pattern, but it's not that clear to me right now. My dear IBOV index is doing very good reaction, an important reaction by the way. It is almost a double bottom pattern, and we are doing very good reaction right now. If you look in the daily chart over here, today is a holiday here in Brazil, right? It is a holiday here in Brazil, so the stock market is not working right now. But I firmly believe we're going to retest at least 120,000 points. And if we actually trigger this double bottom pattern, well, we're gonna fly to the 130s again. The Chinese markets are quite strong right now, good news for Chinese markets, and the index are just heading to this green line over here. the previous resistance level. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not there. It's here. Anyway, we are going to retest the previous resistance level, and this is how I see it. Now let's talk about individual stocks. It's almost nearly 5 minutes video right now, so let's talk about stocks right now. Facebook is just flying 1.42%. It feels like it's doing just higher highs, higher lows, and if you look in the 1 hour chart, we drop it a little bit. Maybe Fibonacci will work over here, right? Almost worked from this point, but if you catch from this point, it works a little bit better, right? This bullish leg over here, it just did a pullback to the retractions, and right now it's just flying, it's resuming the trend. In the daily chart, I was expecting we were going to hit the 21 EMA in the daily chart, but this didn't happen, and right now we are already going up. That's good news for Facebook, right? The trend is clearly bullish. Apple is just a demon, right? It's just flying. Let me see in the 1 hour chart. We broke this purple trend line over here. We were starting to do a peanut pattern, and the pattern was triggered, and right now we are just flying. Is there any pullback weakness signs on Facebook, on Apple, on Amazon? No, there is not. All right, just like on the indices over here, there is no bearish pullback reversal signs at all right now. Just possible key points, but not a true sign at this moment. Maybe Amazon is doing a double top pattern, just like the Nasdaq Index is doing, but in my humble opinion, it could just drop to the EMA again and reacts and triggers a possible, all right, this is just a possibility, a possible inverted head and shoulders, right? Imagine if Amazon actually drops to the EMA and reacts over here. This is going to be a crystal clear buy, in my humble opinion, all right? Because probably we are going to fill this gap, right? Probably, I am almost 100% sure we are going to fill this gap. Regarding Netflix, we are already breaking the previous resistance level. We are doing all-time highs over here. Netflix is just flying. Is there any pullback signs? No, there is not. Even if Netflix actually does a pullback, the EMA is here to hold the price. We have no bearish structure around. Google, we have a similar scenario. Okay, of course, if Google loses the previous low, the market might see this as a possible head and shoulders chart pattern, and this could trigger a pullback to the purple line over here, to the EMA area, but this is as far as we can go because the trend is clearly 100% bullish. The FAANGs index over here, just the FAANGs, is performing amazingly well. We could have seen a double top pattern last week, but today's movement is so strong that it's frustrating this idea, right? Microsoft is the only thing that is actually dropping today, but honestly, it feels like it's just trying to retest the 21 EMA in the daily chart before it can react again. And I believe it will react again, all right? But not right now. So far, we don't have any clear bullish structure in the 1 hour chart, but I believe we will see one. And Tesla, let's see Tesla. Tesla hit our second target today. That's incredible, that's amazing. And right now we are having a hard time around this red line, which is already expected, right? Because this is a resistance point for Tesla. But given the high volume, given the many bullish structures in the 1 hour chart, we are having a sequence of higher highs, higher lows. The EMA is pointing up, we are above the EMA as well. We have too many support levels to work with, even if Tesla actually drops. We have the 732, we have the 717, we have the EMA, we have the purple trend line over here in the worst case scenario. So Tesla is doing just great, all right? There is nothing telling us it's going to drop. In fact, I believe it will just keep pushing up as long as we don't see any crystal clear reversal sign around. The FAANGs index, along with Tesla and Microsoft, is a little bit more bullish than just the traditional FAANGs, right? Indicating some strength and indicating that Tesla is the most bullish FAANG so far, all right? NIO, NIO is following Tesla's movements, but right now, if you ask me, it feels like we are doing a gravestone doji, right, in the daily chart, with volume below the average, okay? This is a warning sign. Yes, it is, but it's not a something for us to be actually alarmed, because I'm gonna explain to you guys. Because the trend is already bullish in the 1 hour chart. All right, so this candlestick today might be just a pullback in the 1 hour chart to the previous support level, which is the gap area over here, or even the EMA. Okay, we might even lose this point and fill this gap over here and hit the EMA again. And still, it could be just a bear trap in the daily chart. And in the next day, NIO will keep pushing up. XPEV is much more bullish in my humble opinion. And if you ask me, if you look in the weekly chart, it doesn't look like we have a peanut pattern in the weekly chart. I believe we do, right? Look at how the volume decreased during the pennant and was quite high during this bullish leg. This is a true indicator that we are having a very nice pennant pattern. Tesla did something similar, right? Look, a very strong bullish leg, high volume, and then during the pennant, look how the volume decreased over here. I think XPEV is supposed to fly right now. Bitcoin did a pennant pattern as well in the past. Let's see. This pennant over here, see? Nice volume, then it does a pennant. Look at the volume over here, decreasing, right? So I believe XPEV is doing something similar for us. All right, I think it's going to retest the all-time high in the next few months, of course. Lee is also doing very similar movement. I rather prefer XPEV than Lee, in my humble opinion, but still, it's still doing quite well. I like the Chinese EVs because they didn't suffer that much from the sell-off of the Chinese markets. They are quite resilient, and I like some of these stocks. There is this particular stock that I wanted to share with you guys. Is NIO. Have you ever heard about NIO? It's not NIO, it's NIO. NIO produces, sells smart electric scooters in People's Republic of China. So it is very different. It's so different than NIO, right? It's 100% different. But I think it has better fundamentals. It just triggered an inverted head and shoulders, right? And right now, it's just flying. I think pullbacks are just opportunities to buy NIO because I believe it's going to retest the 40s again at least. All right, at least. I think if I were to bet, I would bet on NIO or on XPEV, all right, which is actually doing a very good short movement over here. It's looking very bullish. I think XPEV is going to retest the all-time high next, given this short pattern, right? The EV sector over here is just flying, is going up nicely. Now let's see how Palantir is doing. Palantir has this idea of a cup and handle short pattern in the daily chart. We have a crystal clear bullish thesis over here, a crystal clear bull trend. We are heading to the 27.47, which is the pivot point in the weekly chart. The volume is increasing nicely. The odds are that we are going to break the 27.47, and when we do it, there is no other resistances other than the 45. So I believe Palantir will hit the $45 next. All right, let's just wait a few months. Keep in mind, this is the weekly chart. All right, it's gonna take several weeks for it to actually hit the 45. So the market rewards the patient ones. All right, so let's remain calm. All right, Palantir is not going anywhere over here. We are doing just fine. And I wanted to share some other stocks with you that I find very interesting. First, Airbnb. Why I like Airbnb so much? Because Airbnb retested its historical low. And guys, this is a classic, very technical short pattern. In the weekly chart, it did a double bottom short pattern, right? It dropped sharply with low volume, by the way, right? So there was no true sell-off on Airbnb, and now it's doing the pattern with high volume. This is a very nice reversal short pattern. It retested the previous support level, did a piercing line short pattern, candlestick pattern, and right now it's triggering this double bottom short pattern by trading above the peak between the two valleys. Alright, this point over here is the buy side on Airbnb. The technical target for it, $215. Alright, this is our technical target on Airbnb. I really like XP right now. XP is not necessarily a buy at this moment. I don't see it doing any good bullish candlestick patterns over here. But if you're willing to diversify a little bit, well, XP is a very good one for you. Alright, XP is a Brazilian brokerage firm. I use it. Alright, I use XP. I have XP as well. This is not a deep secret. Alright, I have XP shares, and right now, if you ask me, I think we are about to break the all-time high, and XP will gain another good momentum. Of course, this is a long-term play. I'm not expecting it's gonna fly right now. It's different, guys. You have to analyze the volatility, the stock's nature. It's different than Airbnb, right, which is supposed to fly right now. XP is just an investment for the long run. Very good company. Another company that is doing something similar to Airbnb is SOFI. One of my patrons talked about SOFI to me, and I kept it under my radar. And if you ask me, SOFI just triggered a bullish pivot point in the daily chart. Alright, see this pivot point? I know, guys, it's pivot point, but I'm gonna say pivot point forever because I'm Brazilian. See, I am Brazilian. Look at this little flag over here. I am Brazilian, right? So, well, there is nothing that I can do. Okay, I'm gonna say pivot point forever. It did trigger this pivot point when it broke. Let's see over here. This black line over here, okay? It did an N of Nathan, right? So it did the letter N over here, and right now the odds are that we're going to fill this gap at least. All right, very good one. I really like SOFI. It's performing amazingly well. The volume is starting to increase. This is a very good sign. We are near support levels. If you look in the weekly chart, we are near a historical support level, so we are doing just great. RLX, one of my followers talked about RLX, and I think RLX is supposed to reverse the trend right now. All right, I firmly believe we're heading to the $12.66. Okay, we just did a small flag pattern over here, or pennant pattern if you will, and we are just flying. Very good stock. I think the bias is 100% bullish. Target 12.66. FUTU Holdings, another one of my subscribers talked about FUTU Holdings. I like this stock very much. It's doing a very good reaction. See how the volume is increasing near this bottom area. This is a sign that there's people actually buying it. And recently, it triggered a crystal clear bullish pivot point. See the letter N over here again. Bottom, top, bottom, higher than the previous bottom, a new top. This is a crystal clear reversal sign. We are above the EMA again. I believe we are heading to this little gap at least. All right, this is my personal target on FUTU Holdings. And Revolve, I really like Revolve. All right, Revolve did another double bottom pattern in the daily chart, and if you ask me, it just found its bottom in the weekly chart. Right now, it's just flying. I think Revolve is about to fill this gap as well. Okay, and I was studying Revolve's risk reward ratio. I gave a call to my patrons on Revolve over here. So yeah, it's doing amazingly well. See how the risk reward ratio makes sense when we are near bottom levels. Right now, if you're out of Revolve, I think there's still time to buy it, but your stop loss must be a little bit higher, right? It must be under this point if you ask me. Okay, this is how I would work on Revolve. Almost 20 minutes video right now, my friends. Thank you. You watched it so far. You must click on the like button, right? You must like it, this video, right? This video was quite good. I'm sure you liked it, so consider subscribing to this channel as well if you're not a subscriber. Thank you very much for your support, my friends. See you guys on Friday on our next video. Bye bye, stay safe, farewell.